A lot of good tonight, a lot of strong. You know, our transition game was good, but it was set up by having a good ground game. And all four lines contributed to, you know, wasn't perfect, but all four lines contributed to an attack in the zone. And that led to tonight.
A couple of first tonight, Thomas and then Pitlick on the year. How good is it to get those guys going?
Well, it's huge. I mean, I can't, you know, these are young guys and you know, we've had a tough schedule and goals are hard to come by, and it gets in their brain, it does. And, you know, they can breathe now when they get that first goal, or, you know, and Brodzinski can sure skate when it's an open netter. We saw that. So that was his 50th tonight. So, but they need that's fuel in their tank. You know, you got to play the game the right way, but they also need to be rewarded to continue to move forward.
Could you see some of those guys gripping their sticks a little tightly?
Well, yeah, it's on our power play. That's what, you know, when we were playing hard, like our 5-on-5 attack, getting involved, but then when we get stationary on the power play, we got guys gripping it, and you know, as we older people can tell younger people that frustration is just such a waste of energy, and but they got to work through it. And the thing is, I know the end of the movie. It will pass, and they will feel good again. But we got to live in this middle part of the movie right now for a few guys.
On the power plays, the guys kind of stepping in on each other's toes, or is it just spacing, patience?
No, forcing it. You know, we had a couple of really good looks. Brodzy just missed the net on one. Lammer missed the net on one. We had a couple good looks, and then you know, we shot a couple into shin pads. We forced a couple cross box passes when they're not open, and then they clear it. And the minute they clear it, you see the dauber go down. And you have ebbs and flows with your power play all season long, and it's awful when it starts early because they're not feeling it. And we'll continue to work. The good thing is we got some pretty good players who can play on it. We just got to find the right mix.
With a young team, how critical is it to have a game like this where you've impressed upon them, you've got to go out in the first 10 minutes and get pucks deep? They do it tonight, and they're rewarded.
Yeah, and I kind of talked about last week. We've had 7 games now. I've really liked our team in 6 of the 7 games. You all want to talk about 3 losses in a row. I can't, and I know it comes with it, but I like now we're not out of it. It's 1 game, but it's about the process and what we're going through. And you know, I've lost 3 games in a row before. Like it happens. It does, and I know it's not supposed to, but if we believe in this group, we believe where we can go. We have a long way to go, and hopefully tonight is a step where we can build some confidence on that.
One thing you've said about Bryce, you know, he gets credit for one last week and then a couple tonight. The one thing you've always said about him is once he heats up, he stays hot.
Oh, yeah,
is that, here we go again? For sure.
I mean, that's it. You know, when you start feeling it, and that's the way he's been. That's why he's got to 50.
I heard his brother was here tonight too. Johnny was in the crowd.
And Johnny's off to a great start again this year too. He's on the leaderboard in American League.
Koster was back tonight. Does that make it easier for your blue line for ice time and all that boys back there?
Yes, it was a monster difference, but it started on Monday when we had a full team in practice. It's different. I wish I could just articulate it to you, but to play as shorthand as we've been, it's like we have a flat tire in practice. So it was a good feel. It was really good to see him out there tonight.
Team gets healthy and then you lose Steve Miller. It seems like you can't catch a break, huh?
We're all staying away from him.
You said you were going to juggle lines this week. Were you keeping everybody on their toes on the bench?
Well, yeah, I sat guys tonight on the bad penalties, and because we've taken too many stick penalties this year, so now they're dragging me to the fight, and you know, the old Bobby Knight, rear end meets bench, and Brodzy was one, and he gets 2 goals. So Pitt was the other. He had a couple points tonight. It's amazing what that bench can do to you.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks.
You bet.
Sorry, your name is?
Good to see you guys.
Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you. Just
How good did it feel that first shift?
Yeah, I just felt obviously good just to go to battle with all my teammates. So yeah, it's been a process, but super excited to just jump back in. So
Coach was saying that when the team was shorthanded in practice, it felt like you guys had a flat tire, and having everybody back in practice this week was really setting a good tone. Did you feel like that was translating early in the game tonight?
yeah, I think a little bit, and I think part of it is, obviously last weekend was unacceptable, and we had to have a few tough meetings. And the thing that I was really happy about was just how there wasn't any excuses, especially all the young guys. Like everyone just kind of took it on the chin and know that they got to be better. That's just part of being a good teammate. So super happy with our group's response. There was no panic, and we just knew we had to go back to work. And we're halfway there. We still got that game tomorrow. So
How difficult was it to wait to get back into the action tonight? You've been skating for a while.
yeah, it's obviously as a competitor, it's tough to watch. Obviously still rooting on my teammates and, just excited for this team to grow and see where we can get to. But it's kind of tough waiting that long, but I knew it was part of a process. And, I gotta give a lot of credit to Jeff Winslow, our trainer, and Cal Dietz, our strength guy, for helping me with the process and getting back into shape. So I owe a lot to them.
It's one thing sitting and watching from afar. It's another thing watching your team lose 3 in a row. That kind of just pile on. Man, I gotta get back here.
Yeah, part of it is, we get all these games, all these rivalries we get to play early on. That's one of the perks of being at this program. I felt like we learned a lot about ourselves just kind of going through the adversity. And I think the biggest thing is just our response. It's kind of cliche, but maybe it was good for us just to kind of keep rolling. But, that's one win. We got to make sure we keep going and keep getting a step better every single day. So
We're gonna talk to Cal in a minute, but you're around him every day. Just how good did it feel to see him come back to the bench with that smile on his face?
It was awesome. It's hard to get a lot of emotion out of him sometimes, but that guy was really overdue, and it's just he puts in so much work every single day, and obviously super happy for him and happy for our team. He got us going early, and we kind of kept the foot on the gas. So yeah, awesome. He deserves every part of it. Really good teammate. He works super hard, and I'm just glad it paid off for him.
You've watched Bryce go through a lot of streaks in his career, hot and cold. What does it mean when you see him starting to put goals on the board?
Yeah, I think he's he's a big leader for our team, and I think, you saw, he was working all night, staying above pucks, and when he doesn't miss a lot of those opportunities when he gets them in the slot. So it's just one of those things where the young guys can feed off him. Not only, going through his actions, he's a good voice in our locker room too. So, it was good to see him get one there too. So.
Bob mentioned he thinks Bryce has a little extra gear when he sees an empty net. You notice that in the
Yeah, he just wants to ice it for us, obviously. Get that. No, it was good. He was a leader all night for us and just working, getting pucks deep and really just going to work. He was a horse for us tonight. So.
Mike, you had a net guard out there to start the game. What was that decision like, and how did it feel out there?
It was a pretty easy decision for me. I think. I just kind of wanted to wear one. Obviously, life's short. Hockey isn't everything in life, and I think that's the biggest thing. And I, just owe it to my family and my loved ones just to wear one. It's just kind of tragic what happened, and it's just something I felt necessary to wear, and it's just kind of a good wake-up call, I guess. I don't know. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cal, how long you saved up that celly? You practiced it, or tell us about it? The goals.
No, I'm not much of a silly guy, so I just won with the moment, I guess.
How good did it feel to get your first in a game like this?
Yeah, it felt amazing. Get that one off my back, and it feels amazing to score every time. So.
You're generally a stay-at-home guy, and your coach always says don't go looking for trouble. What was the instinct that pushed you up into the play there to be there for that rebound?
Yeah, I saw a lot of Duluth guys in front of me, so that allows me to go down low, and if they're in front of me, I can go squeeze the zone. We've been talking about that a lot with our coaches, so puck just came right to me, which is fortunate.
The team made a really good push in the first 10 minutes tonight. What's the takeaway from that for the team?
Yeah, I think we knew that it was a bounce-back weekend for us. We've been talking all week about working hard, getting pucks deep, getting on them as a group, and I think we did a good job of that.
Was the ice time a little easier with Koster back in the lineup?
Yeah, he's a rock for us back there. Always making smart plays, makes it really easy on whoever he's on the ice with. So yeah, he's awesome out there.
he was talking about, you know, just how hard you've been working, just to get rewarded for that. What does that mean to you? And did you have a lot of people here tonight to see it?
Yeah, actually, I do have a bunch of people here. My couple of my mom's sisters and a couple of my cousins are here, so glad they're in the building for that, which is cool.
What was the message from the coaching staff between periods tonight, as you guys got a lead and were kind of in control?
Yeah, it was just play a full 60. We didn't really think that we had done that yet this year, so we wanted to make sure that we played a full 60 and just stayed on them and sent a message for tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.